Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we are looking at Hitbits. That's right. We're going to check out my account and see what has been happening. I'm also going to show you a strategy to use on their multiplier games. So keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments, and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so here we are in Hitbits. So it's been about 3 weeks since the last time we were in here, and so we'll just quickly run through the numbers. So the last time we were here, my account was at level 31. You can see now I'm at level 66. Also as well, if we go into the mercenaries, in the last video I did have 98 mercenaries. Unfortunately, I only have 93 now. I have to say I am finding it a little difficult. I don't know if it's just because I've got so much going on in sort of getting into this account regularly enough to keep my mercenaries sort of growing. I'm managing to sort of hold them at around about 90-ish. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little disappointing because obviously the more mercenaries you get, the more credits you build, which means then the more, or basically the quicker we reach our withdrawals. And as I said a couple of videos back, the minimum I'm withdrawing is 100,000 credits. So basically, obviously, the more mercenaries I have, the quicker I'm going to reach that target. Okay, so two things we're going to be covering in this video. One is obviously the strategy on the multiplier, which I did say in the intro, but I've also got a payment proof for you as well, as I do know that you guys out there like the payment proofs, so because that obviously shows that the program is working. Okay, so Hitbits multiplier, if you interested, basically dive in here. Also as well, if this is your first time seeing Hitbits and you're not really sure what it's about, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description to an earlier video. Check that out. That will basically give you everything you need to know to start earning coins in this program. It won't go through everything that the program has. It will give you sort of the bare minimum you need to know to start earning coins from this program. Okay, also as well, that link will be at the end of this video, so if you go right the way through to the end, you can just click straight on that and get watching. Okay, so the Hitbits multiplier is very similar to the coin pot multiplier in the sense of that we're not actually playing for any sort of currency. We are playing for credits. As you can see here, we are playing for credits, so that there is no currency involved, not even Bitcoin currency or cryptocurrency. We're only playing for credits. So basically, the way this works is, like I say, on a basic level, it's very similar to the coin pot multiplier. So what you have is you can have a minimum wager, so which is 10 credits, and you can have a maximum wager of 10,000 credits. So whatever you have decided that you want to play, so whether it be 10, 20, whatever. So basically what you're going to be doing is that every time you play, if you lose, then you will double your wager. Okay, so you'll double the amount of credits. So if you're playing 10 credits to start with and then you lose, the next time you'll play 20 credits. If you lose again, the next time you play, you'll play 40 credits. And then when you win, and this is important, when you win, you reset that back to what you started at. So your starting wager. So just like coin pot. So if you remember, within the settings, we basically said on win, reset the starting wager, and then on lose, then you double your wager. So it's very simple, it's very easy. There's actually sort of less aspects to this than the coin pot multiplier, but obviously there are a couple of ways, or in fact there's 3 ways you can end up tripping yourself up on this. So this is very important. So basically the first way you can trip yourself up is by forgetting to reset your starting stake. So say you've had a few losses, you've ended up at something like 80 credits, and then you've won, but then you forgot to reset it, and then you've just clicked straight away to go again, and you started at 80 credits. That means that the next time, if that doesn't win, the next time you play, that's 160 credits. So like I say, you've really got to be mindful of this. The second way, obviously, you can trip yourself up is by forgetting to double on a loss, because then obviously if say again you've got up to 80, you lose and you forget to double to 160, and then you win, then you've just lost 80 credits. So again, be mindful of this. And then the third way, this is really important, and this is the major difference between CoinPot multiplier and this multiplier, is the Hitbits multiplier, because they're saying the maximum credits you can play is 10,000. That means it is possible to get to a point, if you lose enough, that you can't actually double up. So whereas with CoinPot basically, as long as your account is big enough, you've got enough tokens in CoinPot, it will keep just rolling over and rolling over and rolling over until you get that win. Normally in most multipliers, the rule of thumb is that if you the rule of thumb is the maximum number of losses is normally about 24 to 25. So if you've got an account big enough that you could say withstand 30 losses, then really at the end of the day you'll never lose with a multiplier like CoinPot, because like I say, it will just keep allowing you to double up. But with Hitbits, because they've put this limit on it, a cap, then basically you can get to a point where you can't double up. So I did this really crudely. I know many of people will say, why did you not do it in Excel? It's basically I just did this dead quickly. So obviously the numbers at the top represent how much your starting credits are. So if you're starting with a minimum of 10, 20 or 30. So with the minimum, the maximum losses you can take is essentially 10, because when you then try and double up for your 11th roll, that takes you 10,240, and Hitbits will only allow you to bet 10,000. So again, this is one of those situations where the strategy does work. But as with any multiplier, even with CoinPot multiplier, there is always an element of risk. So you have to think to yourself, do I want to put my account or my credits in that situation? Because like I say, if you're playing 20s because you've got a big account, that means that you can only actually take 9 losses and you will basically hit the same. But if you're doing 30, you can only take 9 losses, but then you're also going to have a much bigger, because you can only play 10,000 at this point, but you should be playing 15,360. So you've already lost 5,360 at that point. and then obviously you're even, you know, and then you'll play your 10, say you play your 10,000 and you still don't win. Well, then, like I say, this is, you've just got to be sensible. Basically, at the end of the day, you've got to think to yourself, you know, do I want to put my account in this situation? If you're gonna play it, I would say always play the minimum. It's gonna give you the biggest amount of leeway before you're in that situation. So I just wanted to show you that so you can sort of be aware of that situation, because like I say, with CoinPot you don't have that situation. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly play a few rounds so you can see how it works, and then what I'm going to do after that is I'm actually going to show you me playing for half an hour, obviously sped up, so like at 4 times this speed, so it'll actually only take 7 minutes, and you can see, so you'll see my credits changing, and I'll actually you'll have a stopwatch up the top here, so you can actually see that I am playing for that 30 minutes. Okay, so like I say, so we'll just play a couple of rounds. So you've got to wait for that. So it's basically 20 seconds for every bet. So in 30 minutes, you've got to think that obviously a lot of bets can be placed in 30 minutes when you're placing a bet every 20 seconds. Okay, so see how. Okay, so we lost that, so we just double up. Okay, so nearly there. And there you go. So that's it. That is the principle behind it. And then the next bet, you would return back to your starting credit. So basically, the next time you play, you reset it to whatever you started at. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, and then you're going to watch this video and see what you think. and disaster strikes, and this is exactly what I was talking about. You saw that that 10,000 credit cap came in and influenced the outcome, because basically we couldn't double up any further. So, you know, at the end of the day, we did lose out. But I'm actually really happy that it happened on this sort of demonstration while I was showing you, so you can see that cap can come into effect and can cause a problem. And this is why I say you've got to be really mindful of it. But you'll also see as well that we played for 25 minutes without a problem with the credits in our bank steadily raising, and it wasn't really until we hit that last 5 minutes, which is when you might notice that a second player actually joined the multiplier. So basically they joined, and I've noticed in the past this can cause a problem. And I did notice when we were playing that in that session that there started to be a couple of glitches. So the timer wasn't running down smoothly. You know, it's almost the screen was sort of flickering as if something else was going on. But I've also noticed as well, and it sort of can play into your advantage, is if a player is on the opposite side. So we're betting on green, so we're playing green and they're playing red. And if they happen to be playing much higher credits than you are, you'll actually find that you seem to be getting more wins. Like you get like almost on a win streak. And then as soon as they go, or they eventually win and then leave, it will go back to how it was playing before, as if the algorithm or whatever the program is in the background is basically saying, okay, so that player, if I let them win, that player is going to take away more than this player, so I'll let this player win, hoping that that player gives up and everything's cool. But yeah, I have seen that. The glitches I was talking about, you might not have noticed, because obviously the video was running at such a fast speed, but it definitely was there. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to run another session, but instead of the timer running down, what we're going to do is have the timer running up. And what we're going to see is how long it takes me to win what we lost back. So keep watching. so I hope you enjoyed those two videos and the examples that I gave you on using the multiplier. Like I say, with that 10,000 cap, it sort of, you just have to be very careful and very mindful. And basically, from what that video shows, don't sit there and play it too long. Maybe sit there, play it for 10 minutes, go away, come back in an hour or so, play it again for another 10 or 15 minutes, but like I say, you just got to be mindful of that. It does work, obviously I showed that it does work, but you just have to be mindful of that 10,000 credit cap. Okay, so we've got, as you'll see, actually, we've jumped forward in time a little bit. From the previous video, we were at about 91,000 credits. We're now at 123,000 credits. So what we're going to do is we are going to do a withdrawal for that 123,000 credits. And also I have that payment proof that I mentioned earlier on in the video. But before we go on to this, and I would love to get your opinion on this, I think it's rather freaky, but it could be just massive coincidence. But if you believe in guiding hands and divine intervention and destiny and all these other things, which some I do believe in, but yeah, just check this out. Okay, so basically, in the top left-hand corner, you'll see that is a screenshot of basically the highest the account got to before we started losing and we hit that 10,000 cap, and you'll see that is showing 90,929, and obviously you can tell that is the first session, because if you look at the clock, it's showing at about 5 minutes or so. Okay, so then in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see this is a screenshot from the second session when I decided to stop. So I hadn't even looked at that first video. I hadn't even looked at it, and basically I just went straight into the second video, and then I got to a point and I thought, I'm not sure at what point how much we'd actually lost, or at what point we needed to get back to. I just decided, that's it, I've played enough to demonstrate it, I'm going to quit, or I'm going to stop playing. But look, it's showing the exact same number. So I obviously I stopped at 90,929, which is exactly what we needed to get to. But I actually had, like I say, I had no idea that is what we needed to get to. I just got to that point and thought, yeah, that's it. I've demonstrated it enough. I'm going to finish. And how wicked is that? I'd love to hear your comments in the description below. Just put your comments. Let me know what you think. For me, that is seriously freaky, and I don't know, but anyway, it would be cool if we got your comments on that. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with the video. So let's go and do the withdrawal. So we'll go to down here, and then we're going to click on Bitcoin as the payment option, and we're looking at 123,000. I always round it up just to, I don't worry about the 792. So 23,000. Okay, so request that. Why is that saying invalid? Always happens, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm just being an idiot, and it's because I put the comma in there. I'm sure loads of you are probably screaming at the screen, take the comma out. Okay, so anyway, we'll just request that. So that's requested. If we basically go to the home and then come back in, you can see that the 792 is all that remains, and we've got the pending of 123,000, so that is pending. And then basically, so 3 weeks ago, like I said, was the last video we did. This is around about the same time I did the last withdrawal. So on the 24th of the 7th, we requested it. And if you look in the left hand side of the screen, you'll see that that's my wallet. It arrived in my wallet on the 26th of July, so that's like 2 days after, and we received 10,249, which if you scroll across here, you can see that 10,249 completed. So as with the other programs, Hitbits is still functioning fine, working correctly, and as we want, getting our money, our coins into our wallets, and all that kind of stuff, which is what we want from a program. So if you are interested in those earlier videos that I talked about, they're probably on your screen right now. So get clicking and get watching. And if you can smash that like button, really supports my channel, which then helps me bring more content to you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I will speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.